Welcome to continentaL Update, where we update you on things you know and what you don't know in Africa and around the world. Before you watch the video, kindly subscribe to support the channel. Today we are going to talk about Liberia. What was Liberia called before? Portuguese explorers established contact with people of the land later known as Liberia as early as 1462. They named the area Costa da Pimenta, meaning pepper coast or green coast, because of the abundance of Malikita pepper which became desired in European cooking. Liberia, officially the Republic of Liberia, is a country in West Africa. It's bordered by Sierra Leone on the west, Guinea on the north, and Ivory Coast on the east. Liberia, which means land of the free, was the first nation on the African continent to gain its independence on July 26, 1847 from the United States of America, which is why Liberia Independence Day is celebrated on July 26. Christianity is by far the most common faith in Liberia, with recent surveys showing Christians making up to 83 to 86% of the population, up significantly from surveys in the 1980s. By contrast, Islam has declined slightly from 14 to 15% in the 1980s to 11.12% in recent surveys. Majority of dishes are served with these core foods: rice and fufu, fermented cassava, tapioca. Dishes are made with various green leafy vegetables: potato greens, spinach, cassava leaves, jute leaves, collard greens, and cabbage. English is the official language of Liberia, although more than 20 indigenous languages and a form of English known as Liberian English are also spoken. Liberia was partly shaped by the transatlantic slave trade. The Americo-Liberian settlers did not relate well to the indigenous people they encountered. Colonial settlements were raided by the crew and grable from their inland chiefdoms. Americo-Liberians formed into a small elite that held disproportionate political power. Indigenous Africans were excluded from the birthright citizenship in their own land until 1904. In 1980, political tensions from the rule of William R. Talbot resulted in a military coup, during which Talbot was killed, marking the end of Americo-Liberia rule in the country and beginning over 2 decades of political instability. 5 years of military rule by the People's Redemption Council and 5 years of civilian rule by the National Democratic Party of Liberia were followed by the First and Second Liberia Civil Wars. George Manneh Oponria is a Liberian politician and former professional footballer who is the incumbent president of Liberia, serving in office since 2018. Prior to his election to the presidency, Weah served as a senator from Montserrado County. Liberian President George Weah has been hailed for his sportsmanship for conceding to his rival in the presidential race from across the political divide and the region. The 16 tribes in Liberia are Bele, Mbasa, Dan, Mano, Kru, Grebo, Madingo, Kran, Gola, Bandi, Loma, Kisi, Vai, Bela, and Dey. Liberia is a country in West Africa bordering Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Cote d'Ivoire on the Atlantic coast. The capital city of Monrovia is home to the Liberia National Museum, with 8 exhibits on national culture and history. Around Monrovia are palm-lined beaches like Silver and Sisi. Along the coast, beach towns include the port of Buchanan, as well as laid-back Robert Sport, known for its strong surf activities. Facts about Liberia. Liberia was created to formerly enslave African Americans. English is Liberia's official language. Liberia has one of West Africa's best surf spots. Liberia has 16 major indigenous ethnic groups. Liberia is Africa's oldest republic. If you don't know, now you know. Kindly subscribe to support the channel. Thank you. This is continentaL Update.